Alright, today I'll be going through probably the best shiki and ackerman build. I'll go through them both and explain the build out and give you a bit of an idea of how different the builds will be. I will show you and pretty much do all the fun stuff with that. Alright, let's explain the build. So, first is the shiki build. Shiki build, as we know, has been, I'd say, not really much of a buff, but it did get some of its changing. And with the build, we have a new body perk slot, which the body perk slot alone, it's alright. I'd say it does not give a buff at all. It doesn't change much. It doesn't change at all. It really does. It's a real disappointment. But let's go through the perks first. So the perks will be first, maximum firepower. Then for our first attack one, we have Kengo. For our second attack one, which will be our family one, will be Black Flash. Everyone loves a good Black Flash. Alright, so let's go through the support perk, which will be Font of Inspiration, just so we can buff ourselves and just get huge damage. I mean, bang, 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 huge damage. And obviously we have Immortal just to survive a bit longer if we exploit ourselves. So let's go through the skills first. These will be what I'll be using. Go down the right path, using Hellfire Barrage. Let's have a look. See, I'll be using Transformation, Hellfire Barrage, Auto Rage, Black Flare, and Rage Mode. That is probably, I'd say, the most optimal. You can use Double Flare, but I'd say Rage Mode is just a bit better for crit damage alone. But it's like, because flares, they only increase the time, like a amount of times you can crit. That's what the vulnerability is part of it. Because if you read them, they say increases vulnerability by 15%. But I think, to be honest with you, the crit damage is a bit better. Yeah, 20% crit damage instead of being 10. So that will be the skills. Let's go to the prestige. These are the important ones. We've got tactician, afterimage, crescendo, and quick strike. You can switch these out, but right now I'm seeing it's very weird because I personally really enjoy good gambler, but I'm seeing to be a bit more reliable quick strike. But you can switch out quick strike to be gambler. You can also have marksman, but marksman isn't the great, especially because most of our damage will be coming from pure damage. I'll show you. You'll understand a bit. But we'll have scars for both shift damage. Do I have the wrong skill? No. Then we'll have scarf with both shift damage, TS damage, I mean. And we also want scarf due to it having the rage mode, because we can now last longer in our rage mode essentially. But you can go with hoodie. Hoodie is also a pretty good choice, but I'd say scarf is just a little bit more consistent, as we prefer that. Right, I sadly did not get my hands on some ackermans, but we will go through the builds with the exact same. So Shiki is essentially an ackerman. It's pretty much an overglazed ackerman. The build is very similar. Instead of changing the shifting, we put on lightning bolt. Lightning bolt is just stupid when it comes to damage alone, and we will keep these. You can quick strike, but I will probably go with gambler with this one. Just having gambler increase that damage will be a lot more consistent, I'd say, because the only way quick strike works, to be honest with you, is it only works after you transform. So that could be in a few different ways, like you going into rage mode, you going into Titan form. That's how quick strike works. Quick strike, it's why when you're doing a beginning of a run, you always go into your Titan form. That's why you deal more damage in your Titan form, is because after it like stacks for some reason. I am not completely sure about the reason, but it only pretty much works after you transform either rage mode or Titan form. So I'd say go with gambler, but you can go with quick strike, obviously. Same artifacts as the other one. We will go with TS damage and TS damage. Obviously want to stick with rage mode because rage mode's just better, I'd say. And that is the build. Same exact skills as remembered, but yeah, and exact same perks. No need to change the perks. So both Shiki and Ackerman will have the same idea behind it, but it'll just be essentially one doesn't have transformation. It'll be a bit more annoying early game to dealing with Titans. That's literally the only difference between Shiki and Ackerman, which kind of sucks, but it's the exact same thing. All right, so for both these runs, we'll be going with Attack Titan Aberrant. We will be putting on for modifiers. We'll be doing Nightmare, Injury Prone, Chronic Injuries, Fog, and Time Trial. These are by far the most optimal settings for Attack Titan and to get you the best results. All right, let's do it. All right, so let's get started then. So we obviously start the game off with a bang, and we come over here. To be honest, the early game here is all about positioning, especially with Ackerman and Shiki. Right here, this position right here and around there is by far the best positions to stay to attract every Titan around, and we just deal with them accordingly. See how they're just all coming to me? Like there's two over there that's starting attack, but you see how they're just all coming to me instead of going to the top? That's very important for being able to time everything well and stuff like that. And this is where, because I didn't kill enough Titans, they're now doing so much damage. And then we go straight out of this form. I find it, to get a better time, we don't use our rage mode straight away. We use this, then we use one rocket to break his limbs. Then we go din din din, and then that, just you see his health already down to 30%, and then that we can reset our skills again. Literally just do this. Bang, bang, bang. And he's hardening the bigger. Ooh. Mistake. Ooh. There we go. See how his thing on top of his head swings then? There we go. Ooh, nope. Alright, after he's finished his form, we will break it, and he should just go into his second form. Right now is where we go into our Titan form. Get out of a Titan form really quickly. Then we want to rebuff ourselves. You see how we already got that stage already back. Ooh, I was going to time that correctly. I did not. And then look at this again. We get to literally use our abilities again, which is huge. Bang, bang, bang. There we go. That is the Shiki build. It is disgusting. Hey, I just got attack serum at the first chest. That's pretty lucky, I won't lie. We use the second chest just for the extra luck. We all love to see it. And attack shard. Oh, attack shards. Got so many. And that was a 2-minute 30 run, which is not bad this season. Last season, it was a lot better. This exact build was able to get 2 minutes. I got just under 2 minutes. It was about 201. Around there, I would get pretty consistently with this exact build. But since the decrease in damage, and for some reason I'm finding buffs aren't doing as much, that's a pretty damn good time with Shiki Attack Titan. Shiki Attack Titan, yeah. Alright, so this is the Ackerman build now. Oh, we got Onikiri Titan too, which could be fun. Get the Oni skin. Alright, so again, with this being the beginning, we want to position ourselves in a way that will attract every Titan around us. Perfect. Since you got that Kengo on too, you can just hit so many Titans at once. See, without Kengo, you only hit 3 times at once. And that's not fair. We want to hit multiple. More the better. Now we go refill our... we go refill our Thunder Spears. We got 4 left, which actually, since I don't... Sometimes it's hard to get 4 Thunder Spears left, but since I got 4 Thunder Spears left, you can do this. Perfect. And that right there is 20% of his health gone. And we want to refill. I will most likely use my Black Flare one more time. Come up. Just use my Black Flare. Break his legs. There we go. Then we use Rage Mode. And that will refill all our abilities. Oop, I just blushed, dude. There we go. There's his health just disappear. And he's roaring now. Oh, hate it when a roar stops you mid-skill. There we go. So, while he's in the stage, you could go refill, but because I timed everything pretty well, you don't have to. Yeah, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Make sure to always buff yourself again. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Like even alone, just pure damage, you're just straight up destroying him. There we go. That is the Ackerman build. Now let's see what we get out of the crates. Oh, Cloak. Cloak's not bad. Could do better. Let's go to the second one too, just to make sure we get nothing good out of this. Celestial. Gear Expert. Key. Yeah, pretty much nothing out of these. It kind of sucks, but happens. That was 2 minutes 45 with an Ackerman build. That's pretty damn good, I will not lie to you. Alright. Thank you for the build. Alright, so one last thing just before we let you go. I am part of a pretty amazing little team at on Discord. If you guys would like to join, that's where I post all my videos and where I get pretty much a lot of my ideas from. And we got a pretty amazing team there. And if you guys do want to join a pretty social little group I'm in, please go ahead and look in the description. I will put a little link there. Please have a look. It's a pretty good team. I'm one of the little admins there, so come say hello to me too. But yeah, beyond that, have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys for my next one.